What was the greatest meal experience that you've ever had? Think of the setting that you were in. Remember the taste and the smell of the food that you were eating. Most importantly, remember who were you with and what were you celebrating? Because chances are you were commemorating or celebrating something big in your life or somebody else's. Maybe a birthday, maybe an anniversary, maybe a big event that had just taken place. Whatever it was, though, this is the moment that we find ourselves in on Holy Thursday. So it's the Thursday before Easter. And Jesus has gathered his disciples, his closest friends, the people that have been with him over the past few years doing ministry. He's gathered them together to celebrate the Passover meal. The Passover meal, if you don't know, is a celebration in Israel's history. It's a holiday that they remember a time when God commanded them to sacrifice a lamb and put the blood over the doorpost of their home in order to be rescued from death. When God came in and punished the enemies of Israel in Egypt, but he rescued those of his children that sacrificed a lamb and said, we're following God, and this is the mark that we are people of God, forgiven and rescued by him. And so he spared the lives of those families on Passover. Now, hundreds of years later, Jesus is on earth and he's celebrating that holiday and that meal with his followers. But in the middle of it, he actually institutes a new holiday, a new meal, a new celebration. And this is what we call the Last Supper. So Jesus is eating with his disciples for the very last time. And in Matthew chapter 26, we're going to start in verse 26, we see that Jesus gives them something new to celebrate and a new commandment. He says this, as they were eating, Jesus took some bread and blessed it. Then he broke it in pieces and gave it to his disciples, saying, take this and eat, for this is my body. He's foreshadowing what he's about to do. In verse 27, he took a cup of wine and gave thanks to God for it. He gave it to them and said, each of you drink from it, for this is my blood, which confirms the covenant between God and his people, and it is poured out for the forgiveness of sins, the sins of many. And as Jesus foreshadows what he's about to do, he commands his disciples, do this in remembrance of me. That's why if you've ever been with us on a Sunday morning or at a lot of other churches, we take communion to celebrate the Lord's Supper, that we remember his body broken for us, his blood poured out for us for the forgiveness of sin. And that is the new covenant that we get to walk in as followers of Jesus, knowing that we're forgiven, redeemed, and we're about to celebrate all of that coming up this Easter on Resurrection Sunday.